soldiers from all around Geelong. I'm here to tell you how football is strong.
In the air for Schwennerson, who goes up. So Holland's the decoy and comes to the back of the pack. Whitney ripped off the football early. Punts early. Oh, geez, umpire Brown straight there. And coming back to Dan Gibbs for North Geelong. So the Magpies forward to the centre circle, going to the northern end. He goes with the right foot kick towards, half forward. Fursland gets back there off the wing and takes the mark.
No trouble with his calf.
No,
Doesn't look like
his
it
calf's
there,
okay. So he takes the mark, inside defensive 50, northern end of the ground. Goes to the outer side with the kick, going towards centre wing. Brady Watts at the behind. Got a push, said the umpire.
Don't over-umpire early, boys.
So it will be Barton with the kick for Bellpost Hill. Goes to the outer side. Good kick too. And a good mark. Coming back to Robert Wood. On the outer side, in between centre wing, half forward for Bellpost Hill. Goes to the kick, long towards the 40-metre arc. Matheson goes back, gets a hand to it, taps it on in front, only as far as Baseley. Drop the ball out the back. Magpies fighting hard for it. Watts coming in. Page is in there as well. He gets a handball back. Brent Schwennerson with a clearing kick. Back towards half back. Getting across there right. Got a couple against him. Symes put his body on the line. Couldn't pick the footy up though. And in there, Hollands puts on the tackle as well. Across half forward for Bellpost Hill will have a ball up. Minute and a half played first term. No score yet in the grand final. Hollands.
Thanks, Herbert.
And up against Symes. Symes gets it down clearly. The hole's fine. Kick off a step towards full forward at the back of the pack. Page gets there first. Harassed by Luke Parker, not going anywhere. Ball spills free. Could nearly come back. It does. Handball quickly from Ash Whitney. Page with the outside of the right foot towards the 10-metre square. Gibbs comes in. Oh, mark.
Oh, beautiful.
And a great mark too. In the pack, Dylan Whitney. And he'll shoot for goal from 25 out directly in front.
Jovanovic, bit of strength there just to feed the ball out.
Absolutely. And Dylan Whitney with the shot for goal. Southern end of the ground, 25 out. Comes in. He's a goal kicker from the middle. He comes in, keeps it low, kicks the goal. So the first goal of the grand final to Bellpost Hill. They are one straight goal 6. And they lead North Geelong yet to score. That's on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard.
They just keep their nerve early, don't they? When you think people should be a little bit nervous and unsettled at the start, it just shows you that they've got that 6 years experience in there. Instead of just blazing over his shoulder, even though it was a high kick, he put it to a dangerous spot, thinking of the team. And I tell you what, if they settle here and North Geelong don't, it'll be a replica of the second semi. So North have got to get in and settle very, very quickly.
So ball back in the middle of the ground. Symes up over the top, knocks the ball down, picked up there, and it was cleared by Bellpost. Oh, actually went back to Symes, but Miller's in there now, and he kicks the ball long into their forward line. Heads towards Clark, going back with a flight, doesn't get the body in there. I think it was Popovsky or McNamara's got the fist on the ball, runs towards the boundary line. Biggs receives it over the boundary line. It'll be thrown back into the field of play. Just got to remember me quarters.
That was a massive kick from Blake Miller out of the middle.
As we said, Grub, there's not much wind out there to contend with, so we should see scores at either end. Ball thrown back in, forward pocket. Miller does the ruck work, taps it to the front of the contest. Tackle's been made again. Swennerson's in there, tries to get the ball out. He's tackled in numbers. Umpire comes in once again. Miller doing the ruck work. He's pushed forward. Addy runs the ball towards the boundary line, gets away from the tackle. Swennerson does well. Little kick round the corner. Gets far as Lentini, who takes the mark. So Lentini's still deep in the defence. Goes further afield, outside 50, coming up as Gibbs, but Whitney diving for the ball, takes the mark. So he's been prominent so far. Actually, it was Jovanovic, it was. Now he goes looking for Whitney over the top, gets the ball, gets through the contest. Brian coming the other way, couldn't hold on to him. Handball comes over the top to Wood. Wood's away, takes a bounce, takes on Brady Watts and kicks into the forward line looking for Page. Favours him by the kick. Couldn't take the mark. Well done by Luke Parker. And the ball goes over the boundary line and be thrown back in. So a quick transfer of play.
Good pressure there by Brady Watts. He wasn't going to catch him, but he made sure he stayed close enough for Wood to make sure he had the quick kick quickly.
So Vartan doing the ruck work now.
Fantella on for Fitzsimmons as well.
There we go. Ball over the top. Picked up there by Fitzsimmons. And he kicks the ball. Comes out of the contest. De Blasio's lagging behind Jovanovic. The ball goes over the boundary line. So we've gone 4.5 minutes. Bellpost still was the only score on the board. It's a major, so they lead 1 goal straight, 6 points. They lead North Geelong yet to score.
Boundary throw in, Miller, Symes. Symes in front. Miller works his way and gets it down. Rove by Page. Left it behind though. Fitzsimmons in there fighting hard. Fantella got it back towards Page on centre wing. Got free. Pushing the back, said the umpire. Advantage. Not advantage now. He stopped. As to come back to bell post still, Adrian Fantella with the free kick. True centre wing, broadcast side of St Albans Reserve, and he'll take the free kick for the Panthers. Drive it towards half forward, sets it up for Barton, goes in front. Behind though was Jared Bryant, left it behind, got a Shepherd from Eels, then Brady Watts, feigned the handball, probably should have got it out, then he got it out quickly. Eels got it away to Jared Bryant, fighting hard for it, gives it away to Key. He gets the kick from centre wing, tries to drill it towards Sam Clark, coming off. Lima kicked it out on the full. Off his boot, free kick, North Geelong to take it, left half forward. Sam Clark will take the free kick. And he ran over the mark before he started, so the umpire couldn't even pick him up. He gives it away to Briggs, who got it by hand to Van Creeken, taps it in front of him, but Belpo still come the other way. Got the numbers, handball quickly came, under pressure at half forward. The Magpies fighting hard for it. Belpo still over top of it, comes to Biggs, back to Van Creeken, off a step at left half forward, goes towards the pocket, good kick, Podner takes the mark, thought about the short kick, but will go back and shoot for goal from 45 out, 45 degree angle. So Blake Podner, as Dale said, had a good preliminary final last week and a chance to even the scores for the Magpies. He comes in. 45 out, northern end of the ground. Right foot kick across the face. Does it come back a little bit? Oh, he likes it. And the goal umpire comes back to the middle as well. And he's put it through. So Blake Podner puts his first on the board, and first for North Geelong in the grand final. 1 straight goal, 6. Belpo still 1 straight goal, 6. Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard.
Blake Podner and North Geelong wanted, I think, because he was good last week, as you said, but he was probably well beaten in the second semi-final. And to get a goal early for an 18-year-old, 17-year-old kid that can still play under 18s, I tell you, that'll get his confidence going, and he could be a very good spot in that side. He could be very go well to make him win the game if he can continue that.
So the ball back in the middle now. Symes going up against Miller. Miller's over the top, has done well in there. Ball comes down. It could have been taken high, Lentini, but the game's allowed to go. Hutchison comes in for North Geelong. Kicks out wide, went looking for Swenison. On the bounce, he picks the ball up. Had Martin just guarding the space. He went at him a bit too hard there, and Swenison's able to get around the corner, but the kick was out of bounds on the full. Did all the good work, Swenison, but undid it with that kick. And the resulting free kick goes to Lentini. So Lentini now with the ball, comes back towards centre wing. Matheson's there in a favoured position. He's never going to drop that, Matho. And he's taken the mark. So Darren Matheson now just setting things down. Went look inside, but not an option there. Dangerous, so he goes along the boundary line. Kick wasn't good, and that could be out of bounds in the full too, by the way it's travelling. No, I think it just lands in the field of play. It stayed in there. Urquhart leads in the race for the ball. Can't trap it, picked up by Lima. Goes back to Martin. Martin to Urquhart. Urquhart comes back around the boundary line. Geez, they're playing close. They like to take it in inches, and it's gone out of bounds in the full. Touch, says the umpire. No, it wasn't. And there'll be a throw in just forward of centre wing for them. And then we're talking about North Geelong's attacking end here at the moment. Luke Parker started forward last week. Has got a role in defence this week. So they were adaptable. Hutchison does the ruck work, taps it down. Gain picked up by Lentini, tackled there by Van Creeken, brought to ground, needs to get the ball out. Umpire dancing around the outside, comes in and says it's going to be mine. So tight contest, ball tapped down, picked up there, or didn't get picked up by Basely. It went to Page, and Page steams forward, a kick low, flat, went looking for Popovski. He's able to trap the ball. Taylor Reynolds does well over the top of the contest. Handball's out the back door. Went looking for, he found Bryant. Another way sure he was the target. Ends up with Popovski, dives on it, picked up by Reynolds. Reynolds went back to Watts. Watts went forward and goes, and now it's in the hands of Brent Swenison. Goes through the middle of the ground. Good work in the middle of the ground there by Lima again. Takes the ball off Wright. Wright does well at ground level though. That's Steve Overall that comes through. Picked up by Swenison. Handball went astray, but Wright's able to run onto it. Now he kicks around the corner. Out towards centre wing. Fursland leads in the race for the ball. He slips over, so it's picked up by Bryant, and that's Ben. Goes into the forward line. Low flat kick over the top. Oh, good mark back to Mara. He's up and he does a good job there over the top of Clark, and he'll go back and relieve some pressure for Bellpost Hill. Short kick coming out, finds Lima. There'll be a no rush here. They'll pick the targets up, hits Page. Just inside the centre square, straight down the middle of the ground. Now there's a loose man, and it's Fantella by himself. He has the mark, runners outside, and that's the captain in Broughton. Martin now, time to steady. Long kick, Jovanovic the target, but coming out, Parker in front, read the ball well. He takes the mark in front of Whitney. His kicks goes forward and finds Hutchison, so Hutchison in space. by himself, can run and carry. Looks back inside. Jovanovic, good chase. Just about got him. Ball over the top. Swinnerson got a hand in. He able to go back and retrieve it. Goes forward. Running player out there is Biggs. He's on his left side. Got a bad bounce. Picked up by Overall. Handball goes back inside. Lima comes out of defence. Clark chasing. Can't get there. The short kick went towards Tobin in the middle of the ground. He steps one way. Needs to release it.
He's gone.
He got rid of it just in time. Jovanovic's able to get... Barton's got the kick out. Went towards Bryant. Think he swapped sides. And the ball goes over the boundary line. Hot pace. 10 minutes gone first quarter. 1 goal apiece. Bell Post Hill and North Geelong. Buckley's Entertainment first going to first quarter scoreboard.
Well done. Boundary throw in. Barton over the back. Hollins. Tobin was in there as well. Bell Post Hill with the numbers, but the ball spills through towards right. Page is there. Gets in the middle. Can't take it with him, no. Kane Schwennerson wrapped up. Dropped the ball. Punts. Thank you. Free kick. Back into the centre square at half back for the Panthers. Brad Martin goes towards the middle of the ground. Good kick too. And finds Fantella. Comes back in, board short, little kick, Lima. Through the middle of the ground by himself. Goes towards full forward. Parker again, reads it the better. Gets it away through, hands to Reynolds. Outside defensive 50, gets it towards Brent Schwennerson. At half-back, goes to centre wing. Spearing kick is okay. Wright's got some time, drops the mark, but still has time to pick it up. Chips the ball over the top. Dinky little kick to Podner. Going to be under pressure. Lima comes across. Hollins is there as well. And I think the win for Magpies is over the boundary line. It will be. Boundary throw-in. Centre wing, out of side. 1 straight goal, 6. North Geelong. Bell Post Hill, 1 straight goal, 6 as well.
They're very un-Bell Post Hill-like at the moment. They're coming through the middle and just blazing away to the defenders.
Boundary throw-in. Hollins over the back. Got a hand to it. Falls to the front of the pack. And it will be a ball up, will it? Or the umpire says no, play on. The ball did spill free in the end. Magpies with a bit of time right, though. Gets ripped off the football. Van Creeken in support. Left foot kick around the corner only as far as Brad Martin. Across half-back takes the mark again for the Panthers. The skipper can switch play to Washington. He just chips it over the top okay to Urquhart, who took the mark. Kane Schwennerson comes to stand the mark. Just inside the centre square at half-back. Will Urquhart. He chips the ball over the top further. It's okay. And Pisano takes it for Bell Post Hill. So just chipping the ball around at the moment. The Panthers. Chips it back to Martin. He goes now from half back. Long towards half forward. Matheson up against Baseley. Over the back. Bryant now. Ben traps it. Wrapped up, gets the handball away though, only as far as McNamara. Under pressure, can't take it with him. Poposky comes the other way. Ripped off the football by Reynolds. Threw it out the end. Fantella under pressure. Key in there as well. Through the middle, McNamara. Goes through the middle, but Rod Hutchinson does it well at half-back. Little bit of time, not much to kick to. Safe to the boundary line he'd want because he's got 3 against him. Bounces beautifully for the Magpies away from Fursland, Pisano and Fantella. And we'll have a boundary throw in. Centre wing, goal apiece, 13 minutes played first term.
So umpire throws the ball back into the field of play. Barton's doing some ruck work now. Hollins taps the ball to the front of the contest. Over the top, Lima picks it up and releases it fairly quickly. Barton picks it up, released the handball towards Fursland. Now he's back on the ground level, fighting for it. Umpire's got to come in here and take possession, and he does. Trying to keep the game moving, but unfortunately, numbers around the contest. Barton doing the ruck work against Hollins. A good tap forward for Bell Post Hill, running onto the ball. Whitney, he's stripped. Good hands from Popovsky, goes inside to Tobin. Tobin has a look up, leading player Jovanovic. Didn't have to change stride then. And de Blasio didn't have much chance at all, and I think he's pulled up a bit short there, de Blasio. What did he miss the week before with? Calf?
Calf or a hammy, one or the other.
That one didn't look too good. He's pulled up short, so that could be interesting there. So Jovanovic, well within range here, will kick from about 45, directly in front. Normally a good kick for the goal. We won't put the moz on him. Stands there, delivers. Goal, yes,
I reckon it is.
He's come back. Matthew Jovanovic has his first goal of the afternoon. Bell Post Hill, 2 straight goals, 12 lead. North Geelong on 1 goal straight. We've played 14 minutes. First quarter, Buckley's Entertainment, first quarter scoreboard.
Well, I reckon they came in 3 or 4 times, Bell Post Hill, and just blazed away and made it real easy for Parker and Bryant and a few of those blokes down back. But that time, the Whitley medalist, he got it and he came in with a magnificent pass, and Jovanovic didn't let him down. And I just think North Geelong, I reckon they're on North Geelong. I reckon they're playing pretty well, and Bell Post Hill probably haven't settled like they did in the second semi just yet.
So back to the middle, Hollins and Symes, and a free kick to North Geelong because Symes ran in after the umpire was going to bounce the ball. So gives it away, Hollins, to Gibbs. He goes with the right foot kick towards half forward. Podner goes up, good mark.
Strong hands
under
for a
pressure
kid.
from Urquhart, takes a good grab at right half forward. So Podner now deep into attack, looking towards full forward, over the head of Biggs at the back. He taps it to himself. Oh, advantage. It nearly sits for him again, but I think it'll run through for a rush behind to North Geelong. They go to 1-1-7. And trail Bell Post till 2 straight goals, 12. 15 minutes played first term. Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard.
Good carry on that kick from Podner.
Absolutely. No breeze out here, so it's okay.
Lima kicks in from full back, goes out wide. Target's going to be Addy. Goes up, can't take the mark at ground level. It's picked up by Key. Like the way this bloke goes about his foot. He kicks back towards the top of the square. Went looking for Swenison. Body from Martin. The ball gets to the back of the contest. The sweep of the arms doesn't get the ball anywhere. Comes out looking for towards Tobin. He's there with Urquhart. Goes over the ball. Now it's with North Geelong. Hutchison at ground level. Gee, could have been a push in the back. And it's been given by the umpire, and a bit of lip there going on. So we're going to get 50 as well, I think, are we, or not?
I don't think so. He's still standing in the same spot, the umpire.
No,
now he's coming back.
So it's a definite goal there, you would think, with Hutchison going back to the goal square. To put North Geelong in front by that solitary port. So Hutchison from the goal square kicks his first goal of the afternoon, and the second now for North Geelong. They lead 2 goals, 1-13. Bell Post still on 2 goals straight, 16 minutes gone. First quarter, Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard.
Well, I'll say it again. I reckon they've settled a little bit better this time. And I think with Hutchinson, he gets to the front of the ball. He puts his body in. He was the first man of the ball. He got the push. And in grand finals, don't worry about sitting back. You've got to be first in for the ball. And North Geelong seem to be just first in for the ball, just a little bit more than the Panthers at this very minute.
He always seems to have time, doesn't he, Hutchinson, to go left or right when
he
he's got
does.
the footy. He's done well in the first half of the opening quarter here. In the grand final, Hollands and Symes. Symes gets it down nicely towards Whitney. Right next to him, Dan Gibbs. Through the middle. And Tobin gets it away, the Whitley medalist. Out towards half forward. Foot race. Basely gets across there with Matho. Matheson gets there. Basely get it. Matho wraps him up. Not going anywhere. The umpire will come in and punts it. Yes, he will. There you go. So I think he got the crowd in there too as well, Matho. And they helped him out, and he got the free kick at defensive 50 for North Geelong, southern end of the ground. So he goes with a kick towards centre wing. Just sets it up at the back, punched away by Holes fine. Got some support as well. Handball from Fantella over the top. They break free. Lantini gets free. Goes with a right foot kick now inside 50. Favours Whitney over the back. Watts gets back there as well. Basely in support. Whitney did well. Basely fell into the arms of Watts in the end nearly. 10 metres out from the goal. Pack develops. Umpire will
dangerous.
Come in and ball it up.
Now,
come in and ball it up.
Look, I don't mean to be critical, but why was that not holding the ball like the one on the other side when he had no chance to get rid of it?
It was 10 metres out from goal.
Yeah, and that's wrong. That's wrong. If you're going to pay it, pay it. If you're not, don't.
Not going to matter now because Basely, he just missed. Caleb Basely got the ball back from the ruck contest and threw for one behind. So they go to 2-1-13. Bell Post still wrap things up again. North Geelong 2-1-13. Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard, 18 minutes played.
So just waiting for Parker to receive the ball back at the fullback position. Good user of the ball, this bloke. So he'd imagine he'd go outside 50 with his kicks. So he lines up now and goes outside 50. Cool. Not too sure where he went looking for. Hollands was there, but a good ball from behind from Symes. Back to the front of the contest. Picked up by Basely over the top. Van Holsveen. But ready to play was key. Did well. Stepped out of trouble. And steps out of trouble again. Goes short and we'll find a Blasio in the back pocket. So no player further afield, so we're going to have to switch things around. Key just steps around, a nice looking use of the ball, goes and finds Wright. Takes the ball in front of the coach's box there. Boys just there barking instructions. Wright swings back to the middle of the ground. It's a good look, and he's found Benny Bryant, so he has time to run now. Hand carry, looks up, doesn't bounce the ball, could have, but he went looking for Fitzsimmons. Kick out wide. He's got the ball, takes him on, that's Lyman behind him. Fitzsimmons kicks round the corner, Clark in front, McNamara behind, knocks the ball away, and some good defensive work again from Bo McNamara, who's played a pretty good game so far in this contest. Both teams, 2 goals, 1-13. 19 minutes gone, first quarter.
On a bloke like Clark, he's going to have to play like that for 100 minutes or he'll get away from him.
Boundary throw in from behind Addy with a big thump. Back towards Fitzsimmons. 50 out. Left foot kick around the corner towards the goal square. Goal! Desi's kicked the goal. Fitzsimmons has put it through for North Geelong. His first of the afternoon and the third for the Magpies. 3-1-19. They lead Bell Post Hill 2-1-13. Took Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard. 19 and a half minutes played.
Well, we know how good Fitzsimmons is when he's playing in the middle, but by gee, he's just showed us again then. We saw it a few times at home when he had a rest. He didn't come off the ground, he went forward, and he just shows you how dangerous he is down there, and they've really got to watch him today. I reckon he's going to play a good one today, unlike the second semi.
Ball back in the middle. Swenison's doing some ruck work. Symes able to get up over the top, coming through and picking the ball up as Whitney goes long on that left boot. This is where they've been falling down. The defence has stood up really well for North Geelong. Reynolds just able to kick the ball off the ground, heads towards the boundary line. Didn't quite get there. Now he does so, and the ball is over in front of the North Geelong cheer squad over there. I reckon there's a few of them packed in along the fence. Got the 10 up. So umpire about to restart it. Puts the ball back into play. Brady Watts, Barton do the ruck work, picked up by Jared Bryant.
Got one high.
Ooh, Whitney was just going to about clean him up then, but he's pulled out the last minute, which was probably good. So Bryant now with the ball in defence, goes short and will find Taylor Reynolds. Gains 10 or 15 metres. Reynolds able to run and carry, goes towards centre wing, kick looking for Gibbs over the top. Martin reads the flight of the ball well. First instinct was to look back inside and has a player there. Going back as helps him out is Symes. He goes towards centre half forward and Wood. Wood, good strong hands
good
up.
Mark.
And a good mark in front of Bryant. So Wood now has time, steadies, goes long. Oh, gee, that's a nice looking kick off the boot. If it's got the carry in the distance, it's going to bounce in the goal square. Page taps it back, does the right thing. Key read that very well. Goes back and collects it, looking for his left side. Goes short, will find Swenison. And Swenison now, this is Brent Swenison. Has players short in de Blasio, but he went back across the face of goal, went back towards Key, he takes the mark. Been prominent, his skills are good, goes outside, finds Watts, so Brady Watts playing at centre half back today on Timmy Barton. Now has the ball, delivers the ball towards centre wing. Target's got to be Miller, he's up, but in front, Addy does well, takes him away from it, picked up by Wright, handball comes over the top.
It's a free kick.
Not too sure, must have been holding, was it?
I couldn't see it.
Against Miller. It's obviously interfered with Addy, and Cameron Addy has the recipient of this free kick. So they're covering up the corridor pretty well this time, North Geelong. That's where they like to go, Bell Post Hill. So he goes, Matty goes long, Barton, Brady Watts, they're both strong boys. Watts picks the ball up, good tackle there, ball spills out, picked up by Swenison. Over the top of it, we'll need to get rid of it. His people are now diving in, it's Bell Post Hill diving in. Umpire comes in and takes possession. So 22 minutes gone first quarter, both sides. North Geelong 3 goals, 1. Bell Post Hill 2 goals, 1. First quarter, Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard.
30 out from the Bell Post Hill goal, falls to the back of the back. Key ripped off, Holes fine. Oh, geez, lucky. I tell you, it was a good tackle through the middle. Basley, handball, back to Holes fine. Oh, he got the free kick. That might be the payback, I think.
Well, I reckon there was 4 of them there, at least 3 that could have been paid. He's got the last one.
And I tell you, he's still on the ground, and there's a few blokes wanting to go on with it as well. Matt Jovanovic's one of them. So, high tackle. And
where's the replay, Fano?
David Holesfind will come back and take the free kick. He's 30 metres out, slide angle, southern end of the ground, and this too, once again, makes scores level. David Holesfind. And a good second half of the second semi-final a couple of weeks ago. He comes in, kicks the goal straight over the umpire's head. So he has put his first on the board. Recovered very well too there, David Holesfind. And 3-1-19. Yes, Bell Post Hill. He'll always tell you, Holsey. 3-1-19 North Geelong. Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard. 23 and a half minutes played.
Well, that's why I wanted to see the replay. I knew he got it high, but I didn't think it was with that much force that he could lay on the ground for that long. I guess he just wanted to make sure the umpire paid him the free kick, but he's had no trouble in putting it through. And look, I tell you what, if it goes goal for goal, we're going to have a pretty good afternoon. This could be a cracker.
Well, that's what we come for, Grub. We don't want to blow out here today. Nah. We want to make sure it's there so the mercy rule doesn't apply late in the game, mate, Jace.
Absolutely.
Ball back in the middle of the ground. Symes up against Miller. Miller does well again. Knocks the ball well and truly forward. Swenison able to tap it further afield. Going back to get it was right. Couldn't take possession of it, but it's picked up by Whitney. On his left foot goes wide, long, and probably too wide, and it's out of bounds on the full.
It is.
So Hutchison sneaks his way across to the centre wing. Will take possession of the ball for North Plenty of space up forward. Good lead from Podner. He's led up well. His hands are also very good. So Blake Podner has had a effect on this game early. Goes in long, looking for Clark. Got the ride. He's up there, but he couldn't take the mark. Back of the contest, picked up there by Lentini, or Whitney it was. Goes on the left foot, back to the centre of the ground. Favourable bounce is picked up by Bell Post Hill. Went it for Fursland. Fursland by hand. He's tackled, brought to ground. Needs to release it. Got it out. Van Creeken dives on it. Now it's back with Bell Post Hill. Oh, players are waiting for Pisano. Put his head down.
He did pay it. There's no one heard the whistle. That's all.
You don't stop in finals, mate.
No, I wouldn't have.
So it's balls. Popovsky's run off the back line from the half back. Goes out wide looking for Jovanovic. De Blasio in front. Oh, strong hands, Jovanovic. But the umpire says
push.
There was a push there. Resulting free kick goes back to De Blasio. So De Blasio now kicks the ball. One of Doggy's favourite players, Jovanovic, I think. The ball goes back to centre wing and it's Washington. It's taken the mark. So Washington now just setting things down for Bell Post Hill. Popovsky's at the boundary line. I don't know whether there's a good kick to go there, but he does. He's by himself. He can go on. He goes short. Kick's got to be good.
That's the wrong one.
That's exactly right. The interception goes to right. Hutchison by himself. He didn't see him early. Van Creeken sneaking through the backs and through the centre of the ground. He goes around the boundary line. That kick's also not good, but Swenison up. Can't take the mark. Overall picks the ball up. Goes to Washington by hand. Gets through the contest. Kick smothered by right. He goes back and collects it. Put his head over the ball. Pisano just missed him, which was lucky. Picked up there and cleared by Hardman of North Geelong. Goes back around to the forward line. Biggs overruns it. Leaves it for Popovsky. He picks the ball up and switches the ball back inside. And Lima will now slow things down.
That Swinison's run up behind 4 blokes and elbowed him in the back. Someone's going to job him one day. Just go for the football, son.
So the ball's kicked further around the boundary line and a nice strong mark there from Barton. Good favourable kick. So Timmy Barton on centre wing. Looking to drive the ball along and does so. Target's got to be Jovanovic, but Symes coming up over the top. Ball gets to the front of the contest. Good roving there from the medalist in Tobin. Went out wide looking for Page. Had too much on it. Ball bounces favourably. Picked it up. Good tackle there from Parker. He put the ball down. Good call. Umpire quick. And Luke Parker, the recipient.
And 50. Didn't give it back on the full.
Doggy, get on your bike with an explosive as well.
Yes, he wants Jovanovic to be working up and down the ground, but I don't know with De Blasio with that limp, he mightn't be too good by the end of the game. So the ball's back and it's picked up by Podner. Pace, Urquhart does well, stops him. Handball comes out. Oh, gee, that was close.
Whiz.
Didn't hang on for too long, but Blake Podner now, the recipient of a free kick. I think he lost his boot there in that contest. He's put it back on. So Podner now steadies, goes forward. Kick wasn't good overall. Doesn't pick the ball up cleanly. Biggs taps the ball further afield. Good work to Gibbs in the goal square. And then Gibbs has got his first goal of the afternoon. Umpire says all clear. Gibbs' first goal. North Geelong's fourth. 4 goals, 1-25. Bell Post still on 3-1-19. We've gone 27 minutes. First quarter, Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard.
Gee, I reckon he plays well beyond his years, young Podner. We've just seen, I reckon, about 5 hold, get grabbed and just let it go. He got grabbed and got a real solid handball, so he couldn't be holding the ball. And, of course, they held on just a little bit too long, but he just plays above his years. And as we said in the second semi, he wasn't great, but, boy, gee, he's putting his hand up today, boys.
Addy Ford for Bell Post Hill as well. So back to the middle, Hollands and Symes. Hollands goes up, but rove by Whitney, gets it to half forward. Barton in front, got a push from Watts. The umpire didn't see it. Addy, instant, gets away from Matho. 30 out, kicks A behind.
Well, that was bad boundary, very bad boundary ump on that time, because I can tell you, Darcy Eels ran in the square before the ball was bounced, and the umpire never picked it up. Thursland stood there and went, what's going on, mate?
Ball has come back to centre half back for North Geelong, but roved again by Pisano. Gets it towards full forward, just as the siren sounds. And it is a quarter time, and it's North Geelong 4-1-25. They lead Bell Post Hill 3-2-20. At the first change, the goal kicker is Dale.
Yes, for North Geelong, one to Daniel Gibbs, Derek Fitzsimmons, Rod Hutchison and Blake Podner.